Hello and welcome to today's Street Fight Secrets video blog. I'm Richard Grannon.
I'm Kitty Lee.
And today we're going to be looking at just some simple pad combinations. The reason for doing pads, even just simple pad combinations, is mainly because it works in an awful lot of your combative attributes. Things like timing, distancing, gets you out of breath, so it works your fitness levels, and it can work your strength to a degree as well. There's no need to make these things too complex, especially when you're working as a beginner. It's always good to just drill the basics. A nice simple thing to start with, we're just going to look at a jab cross with a right kick into the pads, but we're going to do this open palm. So Kitty's just going to do this for a couple of rounds. Just go 1, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and again 1, 2, 3. It's good. And again 1, 2, 3. Power. So why do we do this open palm? The reason why you want to be training open palm on the pads rather than with your hand is because out in the street you're not going to have gloves on. So if you get very used to hitting things hard all the time and thoughtlessly with gloves on, what you'll end up doing is banging somebody in the head, and then you can actually break your fingers. Let me just show you how this works. If you imagine, if you just make a fist, this little fist is full of loads of tiny, tiny little bones, called the phalanges, and these all break very, very easily. This forearm is just like a big pipe, if you like, will not break easily. How's that relevant? Well, if you hit, just fold your thumb there. Oh, Kitty, no Kitty, bad Kitty. Never put your thumb inside like that, because you will break it. Bad Kitty. Just fold on the side, that's it. That's perfect. So if you're going to punch, the way you want to be punching, usually turn it just a little bit more horizontal, that's good, and you're aiming to get your middle knuckle just into the jaw. The only really valid place to punch is along the jawline and the chin. In the flurry of a fight, whoosh, that's a good face that, good little pout there. In the flurry of a fight, that punch could end up hitting me up in here, bang, up and into the eye, and the top of my head. You know, I've done this, I've caught people on the elbow, and it just breaks. Everything in here breaks. So if you imagine, if you open your hand and just turn it this way, if you use your palm, all of that pressure is only going through here. If you use the fist, all that pressure, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and this hand is a weak link. If you give me the other hand, so it's easier to visualise, if this, oh, that's good, perfect. If this punch lands and hits the wrong place, where's it going to break? Here. All of this is just going to condense on itself, and then you end up with a boxer's fracture in your hand, which you don't want. If this is a palm strike, however, this will not break. It will if you go crazy with it, but certainly not as easily as using a fist. And most targets on the head are valid with a palm. You still want to be aiming for the jaw, you still want to be aiming to hit up and into the chin, into the jaw here, but if you miss and you clap the ear, or you clap the top of the head, or you go up into my sweaty forehead there, it's still a good valid technique, because if nothing else, it's pushing me backwards. Remember I said in an earlier video blog, if I'm attacking Kitty, I must be moving in towards it. So I can actually power this, bang, I can walk onto that. If all she's doing is standing there going, throwing out palms wildly, and I walk into it, something's going to hit me eventually. I'm going to end up with Kitty Claw right in the eye. So that's why when we're doing the pads, when you're training for the street and you're doing it combatively, you actually want to keep it open palm. You can work your fist, but remember your fist is a very, very precise, it's a very, very precise tool. Where can you hit me on the head with your fist? Just the jaw. Where on the head?
Your fist, like that?
With the
in the nose.
You could hit me in the nose.
Or I could go like that. In the jaw.
In the jaw, that's right! She got it first time. Mainly the jaw. You can hit into the nose, but if you are going to hit into the nose, you'd want to do it as Kitty just did it. She knows what she's doing. She's a ninja master. No. It's a myth. What, the thing where you hit them up into the nose and it goes in? Yeah, it's made up.
Really?
Yeah, they made it up for that film, Last Boy Scout, didn't they? Where Bruce Willis sits there and goes, if you do that again, I'm going to kill you. And then he jumps up and goes, bang. It's all cartilage. It's not bone. So it would fucking hurt. I mean, if you smash that, like my nose would go and break, but it doesn't splinter up into the brain. You just killed a myth. But the way that Kitty actually punched me in the nose is the right way to do it. If you're punching to break somebody's nose, if I could borrow your massive, mighty, meaty fist again, you don't want to go straight, you want to go to the side. Bang. That's where, here, this is quite reasonably structurally strong. Here is strong, but from the side, bang, she'll break that. Which is why, when you see the Russian fighters in the MMA bouts, where they do the more casting style punches, the Russian style punches, they break the nose of their opponents more often than not, because as that comes in, it flattens the nose and twists it off its side. So where were we? We were pads, palm strikes, punches, and breaking noses with Kitty Lee. Huss. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Kitty Lee, and if you want to see more of these videos, go to streetfightsecrets.com.